What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and this week I'm driving the Corolla Cross XR. This is the hybrid, really great little vehicle, built locally right here in South Africa at the Prospecting plant. And I'm going to be telling you guys everything you need to know about the Corolla Cross. What's it like on the road, how efficient is it, and is it worth your money? So let's get into it. So from a design perspective, I think the car looks quite nice. Pretty decent design from Toyota, kind of more or less the same, from the outgoing model. And there was nothing wrong with the previous model, and there certainly isn't anything wrong with this model as well. This one's got some nice LED headlamps, and then you've got your daytime running light. It's got this nice finish along the front of your bumper or your front grille, and then your Toyota badging is in blue, signifying that this is the HEV. And then you've got a bit of vents here, you've got a camera here, and then at the bottom you've got this skid plate, and you've got this plastic kind of cladding, and then you've also got some fog lamps at the front of the vehicle as well. Coming along to the side of the vehicle, you've got Bridgestone tires wrapped in this Toyota rim. This is an 18-inch, it's a two-tone machine finish with kind of an anthracite grey finish, and then you got your cladding running along the side of the vehicle. This one's also got some HEV badging here, and at the top you've got your roof rails and you've got your shark fin antenna. Alright, so looking at the vehicle from the back, you do have some pretty decent tail lamps, which look not too bad. And then you got your XR badging, you got your Corolla Cross badging with your blue Toyota badge again. And then at the top you've got a rear brake light with a camera, as well as your shark fin antenna. And at the bottom of the vehicle you got a skid plate, and then you got this plastic bumper. You've also got some PDC at the rear as well. Boot is electrically operated, and once you open it up you got about 440 liters of storage space, and if you drop your rear seats that expands to over 1600 liters. This one also comes with a spare tire, so you do get a biscuit spare tire in the Corolla Cross, which is not too bad. This one's also got this retractable cover, so you can close it if you want, and then you do have some hooks and stuff at the bottom. So pretty decent sized boot for the family, and should be more than sufficient space for those long distance travels. So under the bonnet of the Corolla Cross XR, you've got a 1.8 litre normally aspirated engine, and it's got a mild hybrid 48 volt setup. It's mated to a CVT gearbox, and it's good for 90 kilowatts and 142 newton meters of torque. And it'll go from 0 to 100 in about 12 seconds. So not the quickest car, but it does drive really well. It's got a really nice efficiency thanks to that hybrid setup, and the CVT does become a little bit whiny when you extend it a little bit, but I think other than that, it does deliver quite nicely, and it's quite comfortable and quite silent on the road as well if driven properly. So really no complaints on this model and on this particular engine. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying our videos, and most importantly, don't forget that Auto Advisor is a technology company in the automotive industry that's focused on getting our customers the best price on their next new car. All you got to do is head over to autoadvisor.co.za, inquire on any vehicle that you're interested in purchasing, and somebody from our team will get in touch with you, go out and negotiate on your behalf to get you the most competitive price on your next new car. And you can safely sit back at home and relax, knowing that our team is trying to get you the best deal from our national footprint of dealers across the country. So jumping into the back of the Corolla Cross, and there's plenty of leg room for me. You've got storage pockets behind each door. You've also got some cup holders on the side of your door. No storage at the bottom of the door though. And then you've got some vents, and then you've got two Type-C ports at the bottom there. And you've got two cup holders in your armrest. Doesn't feel too bad, pretty comfortable. And yeah, I don't think there's too much to complain about at the rear seats. It would be nice if there was some climate control, but I think other than that, really nothing wrong with the Corolla Cross. Alright, so once you jump into the Corolla Cross, you've got your digital cockpit and then you've got your digital infotainment system. The cockpit does have some basic settings and a couple of controls that are embedded in it. You've also got your Toyota safety sense. So you've got your lane keep assist, front collision warning, active cruise control, etc. And I think from a safety point of view, Toyota's done quite well, speccing the model up quite nicely with the Toyota Safety Sense, and it's available for control via your steering, and then you've also got some controls embedded in your cockpit, right? But all in all, I think the cockpit is quite basic in terms of its functionality and customization, but there is some customization available as well. The media unit is touchscreen. You've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, you've got Bluetooth, and you've got some basic settings in there as well. Not as customizable as some of the other brands, but like there's no ambient lighting as an example. But I mean, other than that, everything you're looking for is available on this model. And then just below your media unit, you've got your aircon controls. On the right hand side of your steering, you've got your camera controls, and then you've also got high beam assist and your odometer controls. From a user experience point of view, it's quite easy to navigate and kind of move through the vehicle, and everything is quite easily accessible, so really nothing for you to complain about. You've got plenty of storage on either side of your door, and for large bottles, as well as 2 cup holders below your gear lever. And then you've also got 3 drive modes, and you've got 1 Type-C port in the front, and then you've got some storage underneath your media unit as well. So on the road, the Corolla Cross does drive quite nicely. It's very silent, it's pretty comfortable on the road, and this compact SUV has done exceptionally well in South Africa. I think from a price perspective, it just offers incredible value, right? And I think the reality is that with the cost of fuel and all of these things, consumers are looking for cheaper, reliable alternatives, as we've seen with the Chinese brands, and the Corolla Cross really ticks all of those boxes, right? And with this HEV unit, it is very quiet on the road. It's very efficient. I mean, right now I'm doing about 5.2 liters, which is super efficient for the vehicle. And for the most part, you're not too fazed by the CVT box, right? I think when you really start driving aggressively, you'll really start feeling or hearing that CVT. But other than that, I don't really think most consumers are going to be complaining about it, because if you drive it well, there's absolutely nothing to complain about. It just goes well, it's pretty comfortable, and the suspension and everything is quite nice as well. It still feels very comfortable, and I think it's just perfect for those long distance trips. It's got a nice big boot, it's quite spacious. The interior build has some plastic touches here, but it's got some piano black finishes, and it's also got some soft touches around the cabin as well. So, again, when you start thinking about the price point and what it's competing with, the T-Cross as an example, I know it's not an HEV, but you've got the Haval HEV, you've got the Honda HRV HEV, I think it is. And there's a lot of competitors in the segment, and I think the reality is that the Corolla Cross is the best value for money within what is currently available in the market, right? And I think in addition to that, why I'm leaning towards it is because it's backed by Toyota, reliability, resale value, and all of that good stuff that consumers are looking for. This one now, the updated model, bringing in the Toyota Safety Sense Type-C ports, and I think Toyota knows they've already got a winning formula, so they didn't change too much, and rightfully so. If it ain't broken, there's no need to fix it. And the Corolla Cross has been selling in abundance in South Africa, so it's quite common on the road. And I think a lot of consumers are just gravitating towards that great value with a brand that we're familiar with. It's got great resale value, great reliability, and really that's what Toyota is known for, right? I think from a safety point of view, with all the driver assists and the airbags, there's nothing really for you to be concerned about. And I think from a safety point of view, you're well taken care of, especially with all of those little additional extras that Toyota's given the consumer. From a competitor point of view, as I mentioned, you've got the HR-V, you've got the Haval, you've got the Cherry, Tiggo, probably going to be the Pro 7, and then you've got the likes of the J-Coos, and there's so many brands now. It's pretty crazy. But I think the reality is that all of those brands don't offer too much different than this. Maybe they'll have a sunroof and they'll have heated seats and a couple of extra cameras. But at the end of the day, you're not buying a product that is manufactured in South Africa, built in Durban, and made available to consumers at the most competitive price possible. So I think for those reasons is why I'm going to recommend the Corolla Cross, in addition to it being great value and all the things that I've already made mention of. I mean, you can get into the Corolla Cross range for what, 400, 450, but this XR HEV model will set you back about 550 grand. Comes with a 5-year warranty and a 6-year 90,000 kilometer service plan. And I think Toyota's gone out of their way to give the consumer that added value. And I think this is really helping them, also compete with the Chinese brands, because the Corolla Cross is a firm favorite in the country. And I think the Chinese brands are offering even more value, but obviously without the Toyota nameplate, right? So let me know in the comments below, what are you guys taking? Are you taking the Corolla Cross? Are you gonna take a chance with some of the Chinese brands? And yeah, keen to hear your thoughts. But I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.